Hi everyone, Albert Gallivanter here. This is the laptop that I replaced my Lenovo with. My Lenovo, I've still got it, but there's a problem with the fan. I'm hoping to get it fixed at some point soon, but this is the other laptop that I was telling you about. Anyway, as I was going to say, today's review. Well, I'm going to start off this morning. Caught the 5-8-52 in Stirling because I didn't want to take the chance. I was going to wait for the Mackie's MA3 service at 8:20, but that was going to cut it real fine for my connection to Castleview at 8:54, and then of course I still had to. That would have got me into Castleview for 9:10. But then unfortunately I would have missed my connection. My connection to Glasgow was running roughly about 5-10 minutes late, which would have meant I would have got it, but I didn't want to take that chance. So anyway, met up with Aaron, we got on the coach, we discussed what we were going to do on the way there, and when we got to Glasgow, Aaron decided he wanted an energy drink, which I thought, okay, fair enough. I was quite surprised that he paid the prices at a WH Smith. And I thought, Monster Ultra is what he bought. Other energy drinks are available. And he paid something like £3.40 for that. And I thought, I wouldn't pay that. I'm not trying to discourage him from that. And I just thought to myself, that's a lot of money to be paying for just one can of Monster, you know? But I mean, it's WH Smith. What do we expect? It's an expensive shop. But anyway. Getting back to the point. We went down to Ayr on the coach, and we started off by doing some train spotting at a Prestwick train station. I did a couple of live feeds on YouTube for that. I really enjoyed doing the train spotting with Aaron, although we didn't do very much there because there wasn't really that much passing through. But we had a bit of a challenge trying to figure out how to get into the train station from the airport side of the road without obviously getting killed on that E77. That's maybe a wee bit melodramatic. But anyway, we're walking across the footbridge, and Aaron said to me we could do the plane spotting here. And I looked at the windows and I thought, they're pretty dirty, you know? And they were absolutely filthy. And then I looked outside and Aaron said, well, why don't we go up halfway up the road a little bit to get a good view of the planes coming in from the outside? I thought that would be a lot better than filming them through some grubby, dirty windows. You know, I mean, I don't know who would be responsible for that particular part. Would it be the airport or the train station, train operators? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But we went over to the train station, I did a live feed, and to be honest, I enjoyed it. I did. We then went back over to the airport, and I went to the gents. I fancied a pack of crisps. I wasn't paying £2 for a bottle of Irn-Bru. Other soft drinks are available. That was one negative thing I felt. But when I came back out and we went to do the plane spot, and I thought, this is where it really begins. We're going to see buses, we're going to see planes, maybe a few trains, but there was a few like bushes and that in the way that were kind of preventing the view. So anyway, cut long story short, we saw the US Air Force jet flying over, and I thought, that's going to look good online. An honest opinion, that's what I thought. We also saw a few other flights one coming from Ireland, from what I remember. There was one going to Murcia, to Malaga, and a few training flights taking place with a passenger jet plane, which I thought Aaron said to me was a bit unusual in his opinion. He's more of an expert on these things than I ever will be. But as he said to me, you're learning, and as your videos from Wednesday night prove, you're learning on the trains as well. Appreciate that, buddy. After that, we went into Ayr and went to Wetherspoons. Little did I know, I kept this from Aaron as a surprise because I know that he loves fishing. There was an angling shop right next to Wetherspoons in Ayr, the West Kirk. So we went for a look. He was in his element in that place, I reckon. I didn't tell him about that though. Kept that as a little surprise. And when I told him a little bit about Wetherspoons in Ayr, it's a converted church and hasn't been used as a church since, I think it was about the early 80s, 81, 82, something like that. But anyway, he had fish and chips, and was it garden peas? I think so. And a side dish of sweet potato fries, I think it was. Not sure. Anyway, he seemed to enjoy that. I had an all-day brunch, which consists of like two sausages, fried eggs, chips, beans, bacon, the works, basically. Oh, and baked beans. I said baked beans, didn't I? Yes, I suffered from that at Buchanan Street, but that's not a story that we're going to go into too much. Anyway, I drowned it in mayonnaise and a little bit of mango chutney. I know I've got a weird palate. I've always had a weird palate, but I don't care. I enjoy it. My food bill came to about £9, and that was including having the warm cookie dough for dessert. Honestly, Wetherspoons is so cheap. It's unbelievable. It is so cheap. And I was genuinely surprised with mine, because when it said with a soft drink, £6.40, and I thought, and I was only charged something like £4.80, and I thought, that's so cheap. I thought, why am I not eating out here more often? I mean, the other day there, Alloa, for example, I got myself a Tesco meal deal. It was £3.40. And I thought, for sake of another £1.40, I could have went to Wetherspoons and sat down and had something hot, something lovely, more nutritional. But then again, I suppose I was in a hurry because I was going to visit a pal of mine and pick up something from him. I'm not going to say who he was because that's privacy reasons. It was private to myself as well. But anyway, going back to the review of today. What can I say? Apart from the fact, myself and Aaron are becoming really, well, we're not becoming, we are really good mates. We've got things in common, more in common than what you realise. He said to me on the coach going down to Ayr, or Prestwick, on the X77, that when it comes to a music quiz, I could kick his arse at that. Which is true, because I could. I've got a very, very high knowledge of music. But I reckon at the same time he would kick my arse in his knowledge about planes and trains. And things like fishing and probably even cooking as well, because I don't know an awful lot about cooking. I do cook. I can do a good meal. I've been told I do a mean lasagna. And I do. I've not made lasagna for a little while, actually. But that's definitely something that we would do. You know? We've got another date confirmed for the 17th of November. And I'm going to be brutally honest. I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. Because being with Aaron all day, the day just goes flying by. It hardly seemed like 1 minute it was 9:10 when we were meeting at Castle View. The next were saying cheerio at Buchanan bus station, and it was, what, about 6 o'clock? 6:10, something like that. My only downside to today was my coach between Glasgow and Stirling not turning up till about 5 to 7. Whereas what awkward Annie here should have done is booked himself a seat on the same coach as Aaron and got off at Castle View and maybe got a cab back to the city centre. I could have done that, but I didn't. Anyway, having a day out with Aaron goes flying in. Every single day we have these collaboration days, it goes flying past before we know it. Because he's such good company, such a lovely, lovely guy. A lovely lad. And buddy, if you're watching this, I think the world of you. I really do. I know you're not the tallest. We mock each other for our height, because I'm 6'6", well, nearly 6'6". Aaron's only 3'6", maybe. I'm joking. And yeah, we just enjoy being around each other, you know. Whether people think that we're lovers or not, I don't care. I don't give a monkey's hoot about that. I generally don't. We're both single guys. We don't have girlfriends at the moment. So we just enjoy doing what we love doing. We've got loads of things in common. We love having days out together. We love mocking one of our dear friends who we have a mutual friendship with. His name will remain private, but he knows who he is if he's watching. So I'm just having a little giggle to myself at a couple of fights I recorded on my PlayStation, and I've uploaded them onto my other YouTube channel, which is called Gamer Duder. If you want to check it out, please feel free. I'm going to upload a few fights on that tomorrow, possibly, or Saturday. Aaron is a wrestler on it, and he's like 7'5", and he's not that in real life. No. He definitely does have muscles bulging out his shoulders. And he couldn't pick up someone who's like 6'10" and manhandle them by holding them above his head and doing press-ups with them as well. Or push-ups, sort of, if you like to call it. Anyway, going back to the review of today, I'm getting sidetracked here. Today was a brilliant, brilliant day, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed being with you, buddy. And I can't wait for the 17th of November. So you know what? Let's do that. Absolute pleasure it was for you today. We didn't see much in the way of trains. We saw some buses and planes. We set out to do what we wanted to do. We enjoyed each other's company. So in my view, the day was a complete success. And if I had been doing all these things on my own, it would not have been the same without you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I swear on my grave, in fact, pardon my language, but I fucking swear on my grave that is genuine. I genuinely mean that. So, I'm really looking forward to our next one. But anyway, 17 minutes past 11, as my little clock there says, and I'll try and make it light up for you. I don't know if you can quite read that out, actually. It lights up, that's actually quite interesting, because that lights up blue on the camera. But it's actually turquoise. Sort of more greenish colour to me. But I'm not colourblind. I mean, look at that mouse there, for example. Black and red on top, with a red stripe on the side. And that's how it looks to me as well. Weird. I don't get that. I got this little light at a charity shop. Well, I got this little clock at a charity shop, and I'm trying to let you see what powers it. Just that, 1AA. Don't know how long that battery's going to last in there, but hopefully a little while. I don't normally buy Kodak batteries, but it was in it when I got it, so it'll do. It'll do for the moment. Anyway, I've rabbited on long enough now, so I shall say good night. We will be doing some more filming tomorrow. Probably just the usual Friday, Saturday stuff, I reckon. I will be filming tomorrow and Saturday, but I'm not filming anything on Sunday. I'm having a day off from that. I'm going out to visit a few friends. I will have my phone with me, but I will not be doing any filming. Okay? So I shall say good night, take care, and sleep well.